Come on,
No. You don't need to touch my
Dude,
stuff.
don't put your hands on me.
I just pushed your hand away.
Don't put your hands on me.
I pushed your hand away from touching my equipment. That's all.
Excuse me.
You don't need to touch my equipment.
You are screwing up, sir. Get your hands off of me.
Don't walk where I told you not to.
You need to identify yourself because you're here and we've obviously had a controversy. They're going to leave you alone. I'm going to depart here.
You're going to ask me to identify myself.
Yeah, name, date of birth. That's all I need.
Detained because residents or the business shop over here called. I thought you had a gun on you. So we come on over here, detain to make sure it's good to go.
Have you ever wondered whether our basic civil rights are respected by all police officers and public officials? Join us as we follow brave auditors to public locations such as libraries, city halls, and police stations in the situations below to verify whether law enforcement truly protects citizens' rights or chooses to infringe upon and ignore them. These situations will help us better understand the current state of civil rights enforcement in practice, while emphasizing the importance of protecting our rights in all circumstances. Join us to explore and defend your rightful interests. Let's start with the first situation, witnessing the police and the mayor walking away in embarrassment due to their disrespect for civil rights.
Shame on you. You were elected to serve the people of Cold Spring. Mayor Foley, you hired Kenneth Baker as a patrolman for the village of Cold Spring, knowing he was a disgraced former NYPD officer with 8 lawsuits against him.
At the beginning of the video, a citizen goes to Village Hall in Cold Spring, New York to complain about the hiring of a police officer linked to 40 complaints and 8 lawsuits regarding civil rights. However, while making his request, he is stopped by Officer Davenport, who claims to be the building's security simply because he is filming. According to the First Amendment, citizens have the right to film in public areas, including city halls. Therefore, Officer Davenport's obstruction not only violates this right, but also demonstrates a lack of respect for citizens' right to monitor their government.
Do it.
There goes the mayor right here.
Hey, how are you, sir?
How are you?
I'm doing well.
All right, bring your phone with you, but the tripod's gonna stay
Oh, I have to set up my camera.
Yep.
Excuse me? I have to set up my camera stuff.
It's not allowed in there.
But why?
We always bring it to public.
It's not allowed in there. That's all I have to say to you. It's not allowed in there.
Okay,
You can't bring it in there. It's not allowed.
Let's use some
That's it.
intelligence. Let's speak with communication skills.
If you guys want to come in, or you want to? You
Yeah,
want
but
to?
we bring tripod.
But why is that, sir? Can you
Because
explain
it's
why
not-
that is?
It's not going in there. It's
But-
not. It's not going.
I was
in.
But
there.
why?
It's not allowed.
No one had a problem with
It's
it.
not going in now.
What's the statute?
So is that
It's not
have
going
been
in.
changed, or
I don't know. This is the first time
do you
I've
know
been told.
who told you that?
It's not going in. That's
Oh,
all.
can you just tell me who
It's
told you
not-
that? Who gave you the authority to do that? Davenport?
me?
You don't have that authority, do you?
I have the authority to tell you that this is not to go in there. Yeah.
Who gave you here to enforce the
Davenport.
laws, right? Not to enforce tripods?
Tripod's
policy?
tripod's not going in. It's not going in.
I'm asking, can you call your supervisor here?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Tripod's-
Why wouldn't you
tripod's-
call your
I'm
supervisor?
not because I'm not calling.
I'm telling you to call your
Okay,
supervisor.
I don't care what you tell me. You can tell me
See,
this
they
the
don't-
moon is blue.
Yeah, but why don't you just escalate the whole thing and he
There's
can
no-
explain?
There's nothing to de-escalate.
Yes, there is. You are not acting very professionally or like a public servant about what I'm bringing in here. This is just a tripod.
It's not going in there.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Not going in
You're
there.
not even telling me
It's not
who
going
gave
in
you
there.
the authority. Who gave you the
It's
authority?
not going in there.
I'm just asking you who gave you the authority
It's
to
not going in
exclude
there. I'm
tripod.
not-
Where's the
I'm not
policy?
gonna
Can you
explain
show it
that
to
to
me?
you. Not going in.
But why wouldn't you, officer?
Because I'm not going to.
I'm not understanding what you're trying to do here. You're trying to keep the press out.
Just keep it going.
Okay,
No,
but
I'm
are
not
you?
keeping the press
I
out.
don't want
You
to keep.
can-
Why?
Because you can't.
Because you just can't.
No.
That's your reasoning.
That's
Are there
it.
chairs
That's
in there?
the only reason.
If there's chairs in
He's not even giving a reason.
People are heavier than that.
What's the
The
statute,
tripod's
Officer
not going in.
Davenport? What's the statute behind?
Law enforcement,
You're
sir.
not bringing it in. That's
There's
it.
got to be. There has to be a legal statute.
Are you a former NYPD officer? Like,
I worked
is
there,
that you
okay?
were from?
Don't worry about.
Listen, you need to calm down. There's no reason to be all
I'm not-
upset.
Excuse me.
There's
Guys,
no reason
do me
to
a
be all
favor, move to the
upset.
side, please. Come on.
No. You don't need to touch my
Dude,
stuff.
don't put your hands on me.
I just
Don't
pushed
put-
your hand
don't
away.
put your hands on me.
I pushed your hand away from touching my. You need to touch my equipment.
No. Put
I
your
just
hands on me again, and you're gonna be out of here. Okay?
I just pushed your hand gently away from grabbing my equipment. That's all.
I moved your friend to the side. Let me grab your
Well, yeah, you tried.
No,
you touched
no, I
me.
didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, for
No,
sure
I
you
didn't.
did.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I don't care.
You don't care about a lot of things, Officer Davenport. Officer Davenport, there's no reason to treat the members of the public this
I'm
way.
not. Do your own thing, but you're not bringing the tripod.
But why? You're not even answering
Right
why.
there, Aaron Freemark.
But you're not answering
Hey,
why.
could you do me a favor? You can, but the
Yeah,
tripod
let us
can't.
come in. Just step aside and let us come in.
You go ahead and go on in. I guarantee this is not going to go in.
But the only authority you have to keep my tripod out is you're going to use physical force. That's the only authority. I'm asking you to call a supervisor. The issue
I'm
here.
the person that's on duty today.
You're not in charge of this building, Officer Davenport. You're not.
Listen, right
You're
now,
not an
you guys-
elected
you guys-
official.
you guys are interrupting me.
You're
You're
not an
allowed
elected
to interrupt
official.
the
You're
meeting.
not an okay. You're not an elected official. You're not an elected official. You have no authority.
I guarantee
Can you
I can
exclude
guarantee
people
you-
based on their color?
I can guarantee
Can you
you
exclude
this is
people
gonna
based
go
on their
on.
race? Can you just make, based on what you're telling me, you can make any rule.
You tell me.
You can make any rule you
You
want.
tell me. Yeah, I guess if you say so.
Can you just tell me who gave you
I'm
the
not telling
authority
you
to
anything.
exclude?
I'm not
Why
telling you
not?
anything. You keep talking. You keep
Why?
just
It's
running
called
your mouth.
conversation.
Yeah.
No, it's not running mouth. It's
No,
called.
no. And I'm supposed to be, I guess, intimidated. You know, you guys doing
If
this.
you're
you know?
intimidated by a camera, that's it.
Trust me, I'm not. Trust me.
so
good,
Trust me.
Cameron.
And
Nothing to
you
be
are.
worried
You're being
about.
extremely polite, but you cannot bring that in. I'm trying to be polite too. I'm not trying to be rude.
It's just ridiculous, and you're not.
I know.
It's ridiculous that you won't even say where you're getting this perceived authority, and you won't. It's not your policy of the Village of Cold Spring to call the supervisor.
I'm not calling anybody.
I'm requesting a supervisor.
I'm not getting about my policy.
It is your policy.
No, it's not my policy. For what? If I had a valid reason to call my supervisor.
The valid reason is someone is asking you because you are trying
I'm telling
to.
you can't bring that in and get
Oh
trouble
yeah,
if
of
you
course.
speak to supervisor. There's no need for me to call
Of
my
course, I'm not
supervisor.
going to bring it in because what am I going to go?
Come
I'm not going to just go past
on
you. Of
with
course,
it.
I'm not
Come
because you're
on.
acting all tough. Like if you
not
weren't
acting
having.
tough.
Yes, you
I'm not
are.
acting
You're
tough.
saying you're not going to bring that. But if you weren't wearing that uniform, and you didn't have that gun, you wouldn't talk to me that way. But it's okay. It's fine. You wouldn't.
If you say okay, if you say so.
I'm just saying. I know you wouldn't.
Okay.
But Davenport, one thing you said is that you were being polite. And whether you're polite, you're still shredding your rights. And you're
Excuse
not
me.
putting the statute there. Behind this.
Absolutely ridiculous. No filming behind this point.
Standing firm against Officer Davenport's interference, the citizen soon continues to have a conversation with City Mayor Kathleen Foley. However, he receives a less than positive response. It is evident that the citizen has made an effort to ask the mayor to explain why someone with such a background was hired, but the mayor does not respond. Mayor Foley's failure to address the citizen's concerns not only shows disrespect in communication, but also raises questions about transparency in the government's personnel management.
I want to be clear, I am not a resident of the Village of Cold Spring. I do, however, pay New York state and federal taxes, which I'm sure the village has no problem. My First Amendment right to petition my grievances to my government. Firstly, Mayor Kathleen Foley. Shame on you. Mayor Foley, you hired Kenneth Baker as a patrolman for the Village of Cold Spring, knowing he was a disgrace, costing taxpayers over $300,000. Do you honestly believe that decision was in the best interest? Hopefully, it sounds like you owed someone a favor. Secondly, when confronted publicly with this information by Leroy Truth Investigations and had him thrown out of the building. Lastly, if all that wasn't bad enough, you are now censoring public, which I will remind you is illegal, Mayor, and will lead to the village being sued in federal court for First Amendment violations. You've already demonstrated you will employ a disgraced public servant with over 8 lawsuits against him for constitutional rights violations. Public's legitimate concerns regarding your hiring practices and Officer Baker's pattern of tyranny and corruption isn't going to solve anything. Only hurt the village as this story becomes more prominent. I am sure tourists will boycott the village, costing you dearly in revenue. We the people demand that you fire Officer Kenneth Baker. He has no business serving the public in any capacity, let alone as a law enforcement officer. Bankrupts the village of Cold Spring with another lawsuit. Choose your next steps carefully, Mayor. We the people are watching. So are you going to answer any questions, Mrs. Mayor? Are you going to answer any questions? Why would you? It just doesn't make any sense, department, that is so boldly corrupt. You just don't care? You just don't care, huh? You don't care that he's violated multiple people's constitutional rights? You don't care? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting out of the village. So the Mayor Foley, is not going to do anything about our concerns, I can already tell. She has a very bad attitude with a police officer that works in the department with over $300,000 in lawsuit settlement. A true tyrant working here in the streets of Cold Spring, New York. Absolutely.
Through this situation, we see that basic freedoms such as the right to free speech and the right to monitor need to be respected. Preventing citizens from exercising these rights or lacking transparency in addressing inquiries not only infringes on personal rights, but also undermines public trust in government operations. Police officers dislike citizens filming them, but that is the law and they must respect it.
Step back up on the curb, please.
Stop it. You don't like being recorded? You're a public servant, aren't you? If you don't like it.
The situation begins when a citizen is present in a parking lot on Baseline Road in Little Rock, Arkansas. She shares about how an officer allowed her to park here because it is public property. This means she can walk around and film the area under the rights protected by the First Amendment. However, she is immediately confronted by a police officer present there.
It's nice back here. this car followed me and took a picture of my license plate. I'm pretty sure it was this car. I can video anywhere here, and the guy told me to park right there.
Okay, well, come here. Let me show you something.
It is. I don't need to follow you. I read that, and the guy told me I could park right there, and I can video anywhere here. This is public property, and the reason I came back here is because someone followed me and came into. This is public property. I have a First Amendment right to video and photograph. I have a First Amendment right to be here, like I can walk in the lobby.
Right to be out front.
Someone told me I could. You need to quit.
Why are you?
I'm backing up from you.
Okay. I'm trying to get you to back up that way.
I can walk anywhere on here.
No,
It's a
you can't.
First Amendment right. Yeah, I can. Someone told me to.
Okay.
When I didn't pass that sign.
Someone was wrong.
It was an officer. Was it you who told me I could park there? See, when I pulled over there, because I didn't want to go past that sign.
Yeah, you can.
But I can take. I can take pictures and video. Yeah, all on this property, and I can take video of you.
You can do it out there.
I can do it anywhere on this property.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
You need to walk that way. It's not.
You know, also.
Your First Amendment right is out there.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Man, did you read the sign?
This is. That does not change my First Amendment right to video public property and to walk on it.
Okay.
I'm telling you to move your vehicle, so get in the car and move, please.
Okay, I'll move it right there. You need to quit, man. Why are you getting all up on me?
Where's your vehicle?
Why?
Please, I just need you to get it from up.
Yeah, I'll move my vehicle,
Back
but
there?
I'm going to video here all I want to.
No, you're gonna leave.
The police not only show annoyance at the citizen filming them, but also engage in excessive behavior to force the woman to leave the area. This officer's actions not only violate Arkansas Code 21-1-106, a law related to the right to record or film government activities including police and public spaces, but also go against Little Rock General Order 19, an internal regulation of the Little Rock Police Department. This regulation is intended to ensure that police conduct their duties with respect and transparency towards the community.
Hey, this is the First Amendment, right? Arkansas Code 21-1. Look at that. That's Arkansas Code. Little Rock Police, you have General Order 19. But the most important thing is the First Amendment. You need to leave me alone.
The First Amendment does not.
On public property. That's what this is public property.
This area is restricted to authorized personnel.
No, it's not.
You can go out there.
There
you can go
is
in
not.
The front door.
It is
You're
not.
supposed
This
to be
is
back here.
public property.
Okay.
Going to walk around again.
You already did.
I'm going to do it again.
No, you're not.
Get your hands off of me.
Don't walk where I told you not to.
And Little Rock General Order 19. Here, I got it in my pocket.
Back up on the curb, please.
It's over.
Step back up on the curb, please.
Just stop it.
Step back up on the curb, please.
Stop it. You don't like being recorded? You're a public servant.
What is the public recording of police activity?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can record police activity.
Yeah, first, look at
Show
the
me.
Arkansas Code.
Show me where it says.
21-1-106. Look at it.
You got a copy of it? You said you had a copy of it.
Nope. This is the General Order 19,
Okay,
and that's all you need, because you fucked up many policies already.
This is as far as you go. You need to go back up on the curb.
You are not going to violate my First Amendment right. Qualified immunity if you keep on. I'm telling you, it won't work in your favor in the long run.
Step back, please.
I'm going to walk around on this public property. That's what I'm going to do. I have a
Somebody
right
get in
to
the
do
major.
it.
Quiller, 27107.
Thank you. You're an arrogant, egotistical asshole. Thank you.
Right.
I appreciate it. I'll just be a minute.
In In summary, this situation once again emphasizes the importance of training and educating law enforcement about civil rights. Understanding and respecting these rights not only helps minimize conflict, but also enhances the effectiveness of police work. Moving on to the next situation, let's see whether civil rights are respected in this case.
Have I committed? I'm just trying to find out your name.
Yeah.
So
What?
have
But,
you ever-
but what crime have I
I don't
committed?
know that you're not a dangerous
It's only in the case of an
Okay, I'll
infraction
tell
or
you
an
what.
ordinance violation.
The incident starts when a citizen is outside the Fort Wayne Juvenile Correctional Facility, where he has a friendly conversation with staff and shares about the positive changes there. As he continues to film on the street and in the nearby public parking lot, some police officers intervene and ask him to leave. While they have a duty to ensure security, the police also need to respect citizens' rights, especially when the citizen is publicly filming without violating any regulations. This action could lead to a violation of the First Amendment regarding the right to film in public spaces.
Huh?
I went to Walmart, bought a camera. Well, I don't want you to shoot your wife. Well, you're making directives about something I didn't even do. Don't tie your... Do you need any other directives? I mean, I understand that. I haven't been on their property. This is public property. The people own this. It says public parking right there. And this is a public street. I already checked. Am I being detained, sir?
Why don't you go?
Why don't you go? What's your name, sir?
Why you want to leave?
Nope, I just want your plate number. So 5991. Huh?
He's on vacation right now.
I'll find out. He's over my house twice a week.
ID?
Do you have ID, sir?
Yes.
What's your name?
Right there.
Is that what you tell the judge, sir?
Anyway.
I don't have an issue. I'm just asking you what your name is before I don't know. Are you
Bonar.
okay. And what's your badge number, sir? You do. What's your employee ID number?
1451.
That's correct. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Picture the building.
Too bad. It's a public building. The people own it. The people built it.
Right, but for security purposes, they don't want...
It doesn't matter.
Why don't you go ahead and leave right now?
Why don't you turn around and take off too? I mean, if you're going to issue directives,
I don't have any authority to issue directives.
neither do you. I'm not doing anything wrong and I'm not breaking the law. You have no authority
No, you're
over me.
suspicious of it.
Is that suspicion is not a crime?
If I tell you to leave the property, leave the area.
I'm not, no, you can't tell me to leave public space. You parking.
Okay.
Public. That's for the public.
Are you parking? No.
Do you know that I haven't parked over there?
I don't know why you'd be here anyway. It's just kind of weird.
Oh, okay, is that a crime?
Acting odd is not a crime, but...
Correct. You've approached number
anything better to do.
25 or 26. Are you ILEA certified? Answer.
I don't know.
Are you ILEA certified, sir?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so you're not an officer.
P4.
So you don't really have any authority out on the street. Out on the street. Out in the public easement. No, you don't.
On this property, yes, I do. There's my badge, there's my identification, and there's my... Now, I've asked you the street. I said I don't have no problem with it. I said do not come to the front of the building because we have juveniles that are...
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, what are we doing today?
Taking pictures.
Okay, you can take pictures.
That's correct. Well, tell this gentleman that because I'm not on their property. I'm on public property.
Okay.
Not only that, but right there it says public parking. I can go in that parking lot, right? These guys, how do they?
Out here, you're in a street.
Well, that's because so I can be right here.
Well, it's not really.
Well, so you can't tell me to not be in the road. There has to be an easement.
Well,
Am I not lit up bright enough? Am I not bright enough here? I mean, don't you think people can see me here? I'm in bright. Okay.
Why don't we go to the public parking lot and stand there and talk? Technically, that's not public parking. Okay.
It says public.
Okay.
It says public. It says public parking. It says public.
Okay.
But it says public.
Okay, I understand. Can we go over to this parking lot and talk?
Sure.
Okay. Come with me.
Although Captain John attempts to keep the conversation civil, he errs in expecting privacy in a public area. Moreover, requiring the citizen to identify himself without just cause violates their rights. Under Indiana Code Section 34-28-5-3.5, a citizen only needs to verify their information when there is reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. However, in this situation, the citizen filming in a public area clearly does not raise any suspicion of wrongdoing.
To fall, I want you to scoot over in the grass for me.
You keep issuing directives, and I think I've been walking.
It's for your safety.
Safety, I am. Well, if somebody hits you, then I got to do it. You're not in charge of my safety. Did you have any building accountability? Okay. It's a First Amendment audit. Okay. And I'm just taking pictures of the building. Okay. Take pictures of every plate and every person that walks in and out of here.
Okay. People, you can take their picture. I don't have a problem with that. Detention facility.
I'm not in the property.
Okay.
I'm on a public street.
And over here, you're okay. I think over there, you're the detention facility.
Right, but they have layers of security. I'm making sure inmates aren't rappelling off the structure.
Okay, I understand that, and that's why I'm here.
Okay.
You have First Amendment right to take pictures of anything you want.
And that guy threatened me. In him.
That's not between me and him. I didn't threaten you. Okay?
I can bring it up. It's all being live streamed. Okay. Would you like to see it? I want to talk to him about making threats.
I'll talk to him in a minute. I just want to make sure you're okay. I want you to stay here, okay? And I'm going to go talk to him. Can we dispute, apparently? And I'm going to go talk to this guy for a second.
Okay. I'll maintain distance here.
Thank you.
Correspondent with Indiana News and Information.
Okay. You have a name yourself because you're here and we've obviously have a controversy. They're going to leave you alone. I'm going to depart here. You're going to birth. That's all I need.
No, sir.
Okay. You're refusing to identify yourself. You're in front of a detention facility.
Hold on. I just 4-5.
What's that?
Would that be this municipal code 34285? What crime have I committed?
I'm just trying to find out your name.
Yeah. But what crime have I committed?
I don't know that you're not a dangerous
I'll
tell you what. You want to take your pictures, you go ahead.
Right.
Stay off of their property.
Yes, sir.
That's not public property.
I understand that.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
that's why I was never on. That's why I was never on the property.
All right. Thank you very much.
So what did they say about this? I can be in the.
They tell me that is where the public parks when they come to their facility.
Right.
That, though it says public parking, juveniles are brought in.
Correct.
Okay. Now you can't film juveniles going into the facility. Then
you can because they have no expectation of privacy in public. You already know that.
Sees his picture on YouTube. That might be a question, or whatever. Okay.
Well, there's nothing to it because you have no expectation of privacy in public.
That's up to civil court. All right. And you're not going to hurt anybody.
Correct. I have no ill will or ill intent.
I don't know that.
Well, I'm telling you that I'm innocent until proven guilty. I'm not.
You may be lying to me.
I'm not. I'm telling you I'm not.
How do I know that? I'm not
because right. You're going to treat me as though I am lying. I mean, how dare you? I thought you were servant to the. I thought you were servant to the public. Servant to the public.
I am.
Okay, so we're all terrible.
Do you just want to sit here and have?
You're a thief, a cheat, a murderer. Right. I don't know you either. Do you have any internal affairs investigations? Do you have anything pending?
Not that I know of.
So is that Mr. Stone or Mr. Gladia?
John Zagelmeyer.
You want me to speak to Mr. Zagelmeyer?
You may, if you like.
I've spoken with him before.
Welcome to call him then, if you know who he is. I'm okay.
Oh yes.
I have nothing to hide.
I have a scar.
My life's an open book. All right.
Thank you for your time.
From this situation, we realize the importance of understanding and protecting basic civil rights. When these rights are not respected, they can create unnecessary tension and conflict, negatively affecting trust and transparency in society. The police arrest and search this citizen without providing just cause, and then they leave without any apology. Recently, an auditor conducted a First Amendment audit in Moreno Valley, California. He filmed the surrounding area, including a building, from a public sidewalk. According to the First Amendment and the Plain View Doctrine, citizens have the right to film what they see from public spaces, making his actions entirely legal. Nevertheless, he still faced questions from those present regarding his filming. Some even called in to intervene in a completely lawful act.
We got the guy that was staring at me over there on the side staring at me right here. Yes, I'm recording you. There's another guy right there. I'm guessing this guy is the owner. Oh, he's making sure the doors are locked and closed. We got sheriffs over there. Oh god, that's funny. His laugh is funny. Who's this guy? Who laughing is cracking me up. He just has a face that I that I want to laugh at. That shit's funny as fuck. Look at him, look at him. Oh, this whole company. Like, what's going on? Like, they don't have work? There's no work? Back to work. Shoo. Staring at me. I guess it's me, the reflection right there.
The Second Amendment protects individuals' rights to own and carry weapons, so the police searching and arresting a citizen solely based on suspicions that he was carrying a stun gun is entirely erroneous. What's more puzzling is why one of them showed curiosity about the device the citizen used to film them, while the law clearly permits citizens to document government activities, including police, while on duty.
These guys.
Whoa, why you got a taser on you like that?
What do you mean I'm allowed to carry a taser?
Oh wait, put your hands up in the air, bro.
I want this to fall. It's gonna fall, man.
Okay, put your hands
What's
up
up?
in the air. Take
I
that
already
backpack
told
off.
him it's a taser.
Take that off.
Why do I need to take the
Because
backpack
I'm
off?
telling you to take the
Morales,
backpack
I got
off.
the commands, brother. Just go over your left. No. Walk backwards. Hands on your head.
Why are you detaining me? There's no need for you to detain me.
Information of
What's that?
Yeah, he's over there taking my stuff. Don't touch my stuff.
Okay.
Listen, you gotta let it fall. Yeah, but I haven't done anything wrong. Suspicion, a felony, or a misdemeanor? Okay, but a lot more. I understand. I know I understand. I don't need to identify. There's no way you guys feel like
Law right here.
law.
All right, thank you. Move your man. Step C. Step C.
What's your name, man? Identification or anything like that? Sounds good. I had to leave breakfast.
The police should have handled the situation professionally by conducting a thorough investigation rather than relying solely on a call suspecting that the citizen was carrying a weapon while filming a building as a reason to arrest and search him. This action continues to violate fundamental freedoms protected by the Fourth Amendment, which prohibits unreasonable searches and seizures. Disappointingly, after finding no weapons or incriminating evidence, they offered no apology for the unreasonable arrest. This behavior starkly reveals abuse of power and a lack of respect for citizens' basic rights.
I wanted to go to Carl, and then, hey, guy with your gun.
Yeah, I'll give you in a second.
Let me get your business card, man. Sure. And yours as well. Because you're the one that pulled the gun.
He's gonna give you an incident number that's gonna have. Yeah. So if you have any questions on it, that incident number has all of us attached to it.
All right, so I'm gonna treat this just like as if like a traffic stop. Like we think it has like no license plates on it, then we find a license plate when it's skewed. So you got detained because shop over here called. I thought you had a gun on you. So we come on over here, we detain it, make sure it's good to go. Like you said, what
Identified.
Huh?
You kept on asking for my ID, but I don't need to identify.
I asked you, right? Can I not just ask every citizen for their ID?
Yeah, you can ask, but you kept on going, and you said that I have
being detained. And then I said you were smart, and I said, "What are you being detained? When can officers detain you?" And then you said you didn't.
I said it's a misdemeanor. No, it's not.
No,
it's neither.
Stop. I said at first we detained you because carrying an open carry, right, would be considered a what, or what type of a crime?
A felony, right?
No.
Okay, well, I mean, I know that I'm not carrying a gun.
Now you're arguing with me.
You know that. We don't. I don't need to.
Yeah. Now you're arguing with me. Crime. So I don't have to ID you. I don't have to run you. The only thing I ask you if you were on probation or you legally have to tell me that.
No.
Yes, you do. Exactly. So when I say if you're on probation or parole, you legally have to tell me yes or no. So you told me never, and I'm saying you're free to go. You don't have to provide me your name. You don't have to do me anything like that because you haven't done anything illegal. But we come and make sure the people that call the police on you, because now by them calling gives us a legal authority to come over here and investigate that they called about. We made sure you don't have a weapon. It's not a gun, like you said. What law have you broken
for you guys to
what law have you broken?
I haven't broken any.
Exactly.
I know I haven't.
Exactly. So
but,
yes.
So there was no need for you guys to fucking even.
You did not.
You guys can just. They knew. Oh, it's a taser. No. They didn't even. Before they even put me in cuffs, he's like, oh, it's a taser. I have it on camera, man.
We could come out here, and as soon as we detain you, we confirm that.
We're done. That's why we detained you.
What's your badge number?
3337.
214 was my 1060. File number for the incident I came out to. You have any questions?
No, you're dismissed.
Okay, we're good. Thank you.
I'm dismissed.
You're dismissed.
Okay.
The supervisor right here. This guy's the asshole. Right here, Acosta, piece of shit. They learned it from you, huh? Make sure you put it on your seatbelt. You're not gonna run me over.
Get away from my car.
I don't need to get away from your car.
Get away from my car.
I don't need to get away from your car. You can keep going. You can keep going. You can turn your wheel to the left. You can turn your wheel to the left and go. Kick rocks. Kick rocks. Kick rocks. Kick rocks.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
From this situation, we see that a lack of understanding of the law and unprofessionalism in the execution of police duties can lead to serious violations of basic freedom, such as the rights protected by the First, Second, and Fourth Amendments. At the same time, this situation also highlights the importance of filming and monitoring police activities to ensure transparency and protect citizens' rights. The previous situation has concluded today's video content. We hope that through this video, you have gained a better understanding of civil rights and the challenges we face when exercising these rights in practice. Always remember that protecting your rights is not just a privilege, but also a responsibility for every citizen. Don't forget to like, comment, and share to spread this message to even more people. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos.